temps and some of that white stuff. No such troubles here at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. Today on to Week 15 in the NFL, and we've got a good matchup in store, as it'll be the New York Jets taking on the Miami Dolphins. The byes are over. It's now a 4-week sprint to the finish, and we are underway here in Week 15. On the return, Jalen Waddle from his end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. They'll swing this complete out to Hill. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. That's a pickup of 11 and a first down on their first offensive play. First carry for Raheem Mostert. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. The Dolphins at 4-9 now on the year. And they were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They've got the home crowd behind them. That they're going to be tough to beat in this one.
They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. You talk about this Jets defense. They were fantastic a week ago in the win over Houston.
One thing you always look for when you're evaluating a defense, how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get? How about last week's game? The number was 6. Phenomenal performance.
And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 34-yard line. A very well-executed play. It goes for 29 yards. On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. Quinnen Williams, so hard to block, and he shows it that time, making the tackle for loss. Tua going to throw. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's 3rd down. Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Hall. And the Jets are going to get it back here just past the 35. So far this season, this defense has had their issues against the pass, so that's a great sign for them to get the early pick.
Yeah, confidence builder for them, and an absolute shock for the quarterback because he went into it. He saw the numbers we saw. He watched them on tape. I think he came into this one thinking this is going to be a big day, and it very well could be. But early in this one, advantage defense.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Here's Rodgers. Finds his receiver, Watson. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets first down.
And even though this is a top 5 rushing offense, and we see this especially early in the game, they're going to do their best to keep you honest. They don't want you getting the habit of stacking the box, so that's a good throw there. And they're able to come up with the first down.
And he's across midfield and into Miami territory. They get the USC man, Elijah Vera Tucker. On the draw, it's Hall. Ooh, with a juke. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. They get 14 yards, but not enough for the first down due to the previous penalty. Another good carry there for the NFL's 2nd leading rusher, and we've talked on air, off air about his MVP candidacy. Make a case for him.
But I'm just going to tell you point blank, It doesn't matter whether he's first or second or even third in the league in rushing yardage. That's not the main deal. It's how he gets those yards and the impact he has on his ball club.
This defense for the Dolphins, they were terrific in the win over Tennessee a week ago.
And they needed to be, because the game was a game we don't see very often anymore. Low scoring, slugging it out in the trenches. One play can make the difference type of the game, and each play took on more importance, and they got it done.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 32-yard line. On 1st and 10, it's Hall. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Here now, 2nd and 4. Here's Hall again.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. Now it's Rodgers. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
You absolutely have to have this early on, right? 3rd and short, they elect to throw for it, and that's normal NFL football. They're going to throw on 3rd and short, but you've got to hit it, don't you?
Yeah, in the first quarter, like you said, to set the tone, can't connect there. So Rodgers will depart, and on is Greg Zuerlein for the Jets field goal. Zuerlein's kick is up and through, and the Jets hit the board first. It's 3-0. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away. But they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
They run out of the shotgun with Mostert. And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. Here's a 2nd and 5. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. So now after the sack, Tua and the Dolphins staring at a 3rd and long. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. It's Chuck Clark picking it off.
And I think this is a situation where a quarterback coach in the sideline is going to talk to a signal caller and say, listen, it's 3rd and long and it's still early in the game. Let's not force things here. If we don't feel good about it, let's just check something down and pump the football.
Get 300.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. That's going to be caught. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. 25 yards that time. They'll run with Hall. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Breece Hall, his 25th touchdown, tying Emmitt Smith for the 5th most in one season. And the Jets are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Zuerlein connects on the extra point, and the lead grows to 10-0. Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. Fair catch going to be taken, and this will be moved out to the 25. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all year? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete.
He did a fine job there of not hitting it before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Now on third down, that pass knocked down in the backfield and incomplete.
Not many boos just yet from this home crowd, but they may be starting soon as I'm starting to detect an uneasy murmur through this crowd. This offense, they've been lifeless in this first half. And now here's another punting situation and a fourth down.
Tagovailoa going for it on fourth down. Now he's loose down the left sideline and down to the 19-yard line. Fourth down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. Completes it to the tight end, Smythe. They had the huge play last time. Here it is a much smaller gain of 2.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
Okay, interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Well, this defense is going to have to finish the job. There's still a second half that they have to play. But so far, an absolute total effort. They've disrupted the passing game, stressed the pocket for the quarterback. They forced him into errant throws. Everything they're doing has been executed well.
Now the throw on third down, knocked away and incomplete. So fourth down, Tua departs, and on is Jason Sanders and the Dolphin field goal unit. From the right hash, just a 34-yard attempt. And that is no good. He pulled it just a bit, just a wee bit wide left.
It's been a nightmare season. You're well under 500. Your defense hasn't really kept you in a lot of games. And now it's spilling over to the kicking game. That's 3 points you've got to be able to bank on.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated Bruce. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. There he goes, right side. And out across midfield down to the 45. 57 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
As always, no rooting interest here. But that was pretty, wasn't it? To see him break through and then pick up his stride.
Yeah, the guy carrying the ball loves it. I think the O-line, they might like and take more satisfaction out of those runs than anybody else, right?
Without a doubt, because they're the ones that often have created it.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Throw left side complete. That's Watson. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. So he stopped for no gain. And it's second down. Well, these two teams met at MetLife Stadium earlier in the season with the Jets winning that ball game. So they're looking for the season sweep with a win here in Miami. Now Rodgers throwing on second down. Able to complete this one to Tyler Conklin. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Working from the gun, Rodgers. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards.
And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Breece Hall with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Jets add 6 to their lead.
Zuerlein good with a PAT. And that makes our score 17-0.
Dolphins nothing. Greg Zuerlein to kick off for the Jets.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away.
And he'll elect not to run with it. The fair catch will move this out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
As we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM, it always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
They get it to Hill, and they'll let him run.
Boy, that is a 7-yard loss. Second down now. You want to talk about the proverbial deer in the headlights. That's exactly what he was when he got the ball. Went to hit a lane and get upfield, and all he saw, extra defenders bearing down on him. Perfect time to dial up the blitz. An excellent call.
Oh, and Tua going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked off by Bryce Hall. And they will finally bring this run back to an end, but not before he's down inside the 5-yard line at the 4.
First down and goal to go at the 4-yard line.
Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. Hall ought to give up the middle. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Breece Hall on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Jets are able to add on to their first-half lead.
Zuerlein connects on the extra point, and the route is on here in this first half. Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away.
Waddle going to bring this out of the end zone now. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. I don't think they need to be reminded of the situation here. I mean, the clock is dwindling. 3-score deficit waiting for them at halftime unless they can get something on the board here before intermission.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Now a 2nd and 10. Here's Tua. That's swung out to Mostert.
And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 14-yard line. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
3rd and 12.
In motion, Hill. Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here.
That is caught.
He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime.
They fake the handoff. Now Tua. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting at once, you get first-half scores just like this one.
Getting this out to the flat, Mostert.
Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward.
3rd and 6.
44.
Here's 3rd and 6.
Play action. Now it's Tua. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now.
It's going to be another frustrating end to a drive here. This offense, they've not been able to get anything going in this first half. And now it's going to be time to gather on the sidelines and try and figure out what's going wrong. Who has an idea? Who has a plan? Time to implement it.
No sign of Tua departing. 4th down. They're going for it.
Tua on 4th down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hill.
And he will have a Dolphins 1st down with ease as they'll wind up getting 9 there on 4th and 5.
So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. And how about this right out of the locker room? An onside kick attempt. And the Jets set to receive this 3rd quarter kickoff, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in the 2nd half. And the Dolphins have got it. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Going to the air. Tagovailoa. He's got a man. It's his tight end. That's complete. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Dolphin 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
A handoff running left is Mostert.
Then he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9.
Turbo 3, kick. All right, fellas, listen up.
Tua sets up to pass it.
A short throw there. That's to Smythe, the tight end.
So nothing doing there. And that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9.
Well, that's always a good place to throw it just because he's one of the biggest.
You and I both know the quarterbacks love these large-body tight ends, and why not? Nowadays, they're really wide receivers who are just taller and have a little bit more weight. These guys catch the football, make big plays downfield. In the old days, we wanted them to block. Now coaches want them to catch the football first.
Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. They're going for it. Here's Tua with it.
Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. It's a 1st down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the 1st half.
1st and goal at the 8-yard line.
They'll run. Achane.
And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown.
Devon Achane. His 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins are able to cut into this lead as they score on the opening drive of the 2nd half.
And maybe that's the magic touch right there. They didn't use him at all in the 1st half, at least running the football. But here they entrust him with some work down in the red zone, and he responds. 1 carry, 1 touchdown.
And no, it falls incomplete. So the 2-point conversion, no good.
Dolphins 6. Jason Sanders is kicking
Now
off
after the
line.
touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
They were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead. It's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
You can say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
On second down, a run with Hall.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
He gets it underneath to Hall.
Now the ball comes loose. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down.
Straight ahead is Hall.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now.
Hall again on second down.
And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line.
109 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. A great effort there. His 9th touchdown of the season as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Zuerlein good with a PAT. And they open the lead up now to 25. Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away.
Waddle will return this from the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they can...
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Sauce Gardner picks it off.
And he'll take this down inside the 15-yard line.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. A pitch comes to Hall.
And he's in. Touchdown, Jets.
Breece Hall.
14 yards.
And the Jets take the interception on defense and convert it into 6 points.
Zuerlein connects on the extra point, and the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away.
Waddle going to bring this out of the end zone now. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive.
It's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. A turnover on the last drive. They had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't want to admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
Call it a gain of 4 there, so it sets up a big play here. 3rd and a yard.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa.
And this is going to be incomplete.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. But we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
At the 41-yard line.
Up the middle they go with Mostert to the 43, 2nd down.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
We're off to the 4th quarter here in Week 15. Happy holidays to all. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
From the 43, here's a 2nd and 8.
Tua going to throw. And he'll get this into the hands of Hill, complete. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 36. A gain there of 21 yards.
And with this game well in hand, perhaps we are seeing the coverage lighten up a little bit as they got burned there a bit for a first down.
But we certainly know the coach isn't happy along the sideline, because he certainly wants them to finish this one out the way they started it. He doesn't want to give up any soft completions, no late points. He wants his lead to stay right where it is.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Tua once again here on 2nd and 10.
And his throw is incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
This offense so far on 3rd down, not so hot. 2 for 9 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. Touchdown! Tyreek Hill, 36 yards.
And the Dolphins get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit.
Well, you know he can be explosive, and he's ultra-explosive there on the fly route.
And you know how many times we've talked to coaches and we've had quoted back to us, well, you know something? When you execute really well, it doesn't matter if they know it's coming or not. Well, sometimes athleticism beats you as well. He just took off and went. And it's almost like one of your Turkey Bowl games, isn't it? Just go long,
Backyard.
man. I'll hit you. And it worked really well for them.
The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
Let's go now.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate. But we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
Third down and 1.
Third down.
From the gun, it's Wilson. And that is incomplete.
A CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped.
They'll go for it. It's Hall. Oh, the defense right there to stop him. Did he get the yard he needed? He did, says the referee. Barely. First down.
They only needed a few inches, and they didn't get much more than that. But by about the width of a shoelace, they convert on 4th down.
On first down, right back to Hall.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
From the 39-yard line, here comes 2nd down at 6.
Throwing is Wilson. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Buried behind the line by Christian Wilkins.
I think you saw the same thing that I did there, partner. Remember, he's their backup quarterback, so the last thing they need is to lose another one right here on the sack. Looks like he's going to be okay, though.
Yeah, he looked like he was favoring something in the left leg. Appears to be fine now, but you're right. That O-line, they got to protect him. Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target. Incomplete.
As a corner, you have to be able to run with guys step for step downfield in man coverage and make up ground quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make plays, just like that one we saw there.
Here's Hill on the return. It's a 45-yard punt, just a 1-yard return, and it'll be Dolphin football.
At their own 30-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. Facing a big 4th quarter deficit here, things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season, but in this one, their defense has really struggled. And he'll have a Dolphins first down as he's able to get this up past the 40.
Well, that play looks familiar because we saw them working on it in practice this week. And for a lineman trying to block on this play, they love when they get the defense moving in one direction. And when they try and change directions, it's a lot easier to pick them up and ward them off.
On first down, Tagovailoa. And he whips that one incomplete there.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
2nd and 10.
And my goodness, another interception.
Sauce Gardner picks it off.
And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ballgame, I would have said never, not in a million years, but here we go. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play, one-on-one matchup if someone's trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those too.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. They'll run with Hall.
And he appears to be about 2 feet short on 3rd and 3. Leaves him with a 4th and 1. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard.
Here we go. Check go.
They'll try and run for it. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. Wow, 1st and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well. They'll try to run with Hall. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal.
Hall again.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. A crucial penalty there as the hold backs him up for another 2nd and goal. Oh, Wilson going to throw.
This pass out wide to Hall.
And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with 65 seconds remaining. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Zuerlein now for the PAT. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
Dolphins 13.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away.
Waddle will return this from the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive.
Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one.
Hard to believe his first catch of the game defensively. They bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him and then change the coverages behind him throughout the game. Brackets, double, zone, man, you name it. Make sure he gets a lot of angles.
Right here.
This 2nd and 4.
Tagovailoa working out of the gun.
He'll get this into the hands of Mostert.
And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
For a Miami Dolphin. First and 10 at the 40.
Here's Tagovailoa to throw. Completes it to the tight end Smythe. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. On play action, here's Tua. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
Steps away to his left. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Trying to get away, but could not. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down.
We all know he's one of the better quarterbacks in the league, but Definitely not today. His team trailing by multiple touchdowns and a late sack. Just a parting gift from the defense for him to take back to the locker room with him.
And it's intercepted at the goal line.
Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road. It helps seal away one of their best efforts.
And, oh, that is going to be a safety.
Every team has plays in their book to try and buy some room when a safety's on the table. But a big variable is how does each team deal with the pressure of executing in those situations. In this case, they didn't, and they gave up 2 points.
Waddle now to return it.
So it's a victory here for the New York Jets. And I tell you what, I can't remember a defensive performance as good as this one. They seemingly forced turnover after turnover after turnover every time you turned around.
Yeah, you just get going with it.